Hey guys, Phil with Prime Plumbing and Drains here, back at you. Is your sump pump beeping? Do you have flooding in your house? Are you worried about flooding in your house in this upcoming springtime? It is a time of year that is unexpected with our back and forth weather, from rain to snow, back to sunshine, but obviously during the time that we're coming up on here, March through May, usually lots of rain. Something that we need to talk about today, a sump pump system explanation, so to speak. I'm gonna start with my walls here, give you some information about how it works, what it can do, and to make sure that you guys are prepared and ready and how we can help you. My walls are red here, so I am going to, this is my basement floor right here at the bottom. This is the side wall of the home in a basement, and this is the, let's say, the upper floor here, the main level floor. So that's my red there. That's kind of what we're going to start with. In central Indiana, we tend to sit on top of a water basin that has a lot of iron and limestone buildup, but also has a natural filter of water underneath it, including groundwater, which for us is good and bad. In that circumstance, we got to worry about, number one, the issues of what groundwater can cause to our homes, to our lives. I'm gonna give you my green here. This is just gonna be my ground on the outside here. Just kind of give you a little explanation, a little grass there. And my blue. Blue is obviously my water. Essentially, you're gonna have some groundwater, right? That is underneath your system or your home that obviously you do not want to come up through the home. You want it to, or sit down in this area, which is right by your foundation all across. You need it to be expelled out of there so it doesn't hurt the foundation, cause cracking, and cause issues in that sense. So there's my water there. You want to keep that out of there. They build these systems that are perimeter drains. So here's my pit. This is a drain that comes here on the side that runs throughout, and the water goes into there. Could even be on both sides here, and runs around the perimeter of the home. Water expels from there and goes into your pit. Well, you don't want it to just sit there, otherwise these lines will all be full or it will come up into the home. Water will go to the path of least resistance. You have a regular sump pit or a regular sump pump and a battery backup. You have both of those, obviously, is ideal. Yes, having just a primary can run on one, can't run on the primary by itself, but you really want to have both in case there's a storm, power outage, or something of that nature. You don't want to have the flooding when there's an outage. The primary discharge line usually comes up and exits out above ground out the side of the wall. Okay, if it does not exit out there and it exits into a sewer line before it exits the home, that's not a good thing. That's against code, number one, and runs the risk of other problems. If your sewer is for whatever reason to back up, and this sump pump is continuously running or is running, it will then allow for water to pump up through the toilet, pump up through the tub, and unexpectedly rain down into the rest of the home, and you have some big problems. I've seen it on both basement homes as well as crawl space homes. So, not fun. Definitely don't want to do that. So it's a good idea to get it, if it is on your sewer system, to get it out of the sewer system and get it on to where it expels on its own. Usually, it then, at least we create a separate sump discharge line that then comes down underground and exits to a storm sewer or a storm drain, or what we call a beehive out back. Could be in the front, something of that nature. Sometimes it will just expel right here. Not really the greatest idea due to the fact that water can come back down, just cycle back down here to the, on the base side of your home, and you're just cycling kind of the same water. So you want to get it as far as possible away from your home so it doesn't damage foundation, doesn't have at risk the potential of the pump burning out or anything of that nature, because it's recycling the same water. Now, battery backup will come up as well here, and usually ties into the same line and is expelled the same way. Sometimes it will have its own dedicated line in case for whatever reason this line has an issue. That is, certainly a possibility, but generally they tie together and then exit the home. Your life expectancy on your sump pumps and battery backups are usually between 3 and 5 years. Your warranty for those are 3 years. Usually, sometimes it can be 4 years occasionally. It really depends on the manufacturer of the pump, but for the most part, the most commons are 3 years for sump pumps and three or 4 years for the battery backups. I always recommend you guys have them checked out every year to make sure you're not on that section of where, hey, it might need to be replaced, or hey, it's getting tired, it's not quite doing what it should be doing. With that being said, we offer a plumbing protection plan. As you guys mostly well know, you have 3 different options. You have the Onyx, you have the Crystal, you have the Emerald. With that plumbing protection plan, we do a whole house plumbing inspection, which will include your sump pumps and battery backups if you have one already. It gives you 15% off any work that we do for an entire calendar year. A couple other perks the higher you go. So you can check those out on our website, check those out on our Facebook page. The inspections for the sump pumps, make sure you have those done even if you don't want to do a plumbing protection plan, or you want to have somebody else do, that's fine. Just make sure it's done by a professional so they can take a look at it, make sure it's good. During this time of spring, this time of rain, we are offering a special, which is a free primary pump with the install of and purchase of a battery backup system, just to kind of help you guys out. It becomes troublesome, and you can kind of gauge both of those together now, what the warranty is on both of them. You kind of know the age, exactly what they are, and that'll kind of help you guys out long term. And like I said, you get 15% off as well on top of that if you guys go ahead and do the plumbing protection plan. So give us a call. Numbers on the screen. If you need anything else, thanks. This is Phil. Take care, guys.